Right. Here now I am going to share the presentation here. Can you see all now?
Yes, sir, can see.
Right. Okay. Here we are discussing about the 2018 question number 2. Here the explain wireless network. That's the question we are discussing now. Now we are discussing about advantages. Here the question asks only 2 advantages, but here I am giving more advantages using wireless network. The first one is increased efficiency. The second one, I will give time to write down. The first explanation here I am making the explanation. Hello, Hari. Right, okay, Hari. Thank you. Right. Then second one, access and availability. Access and availability. That means the users can access with your network system with any area, any location of the world. Here access and availability, under that they are saying because wireless technology allows the user to communicate while on the move. You are rarely out of touch. You don't need extra cable adapters, right? That's the major points you want to remember under access and availability, right? The access means while you are moving, while you are traveling, you can connect with your organization, right? While you are traveling through the train or bus, then no need to stop your work. You can connect with your organization and you can do your job while you are traveling. That also you no need to spend more cost for extra cables or adapters. All are wireless technology. Therefore, cost you can save your cost. Cost saving again you can see as a third advantage, that is separately. Wireless network can be easier and cheaper to install. Right? The maintenance installation are easier, right? Especially listed building or where the landlord will not permit to that type of situation also arise. Sometimes in your organization, the landlord or owners of your buildings, they are not allowing to cabling. They are not like to going cable through their building. Right? Cabling means you want to break down the buildings and you do want some damages to the building also. Therefore, those type of things your landlord will not permit. Right? But if you are going to do wireless network, in that case, no need to do any damages to your buildings. Therefore, it is again we can say cost saving and easier to install. Then another advantage here mentioned, accessibility. Accessibility here explain provide network access across your organization, even in areas that have been challenged to reach with the wired network. Right? There are some places it may challenge. It is very difficult to go into that places, or within short period of time you will not be able to reach that places. It is very far from your main point. Right? Therefore, through the wireless network, that easily you can connect with your required relevant people or your organization. That is accessibility. Right, now you can write down the things here. I am giving a few minutes to complete that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes, what's the problem here?
Sir, මේ paper first sem එකේ paper එක නෙමෙයිද?
මොකක්ද මට තේරුන්නේ නැහැ අපිට අය.
2018.
ඔව්. ඒකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි මේක.
සර් 2018 first sem එකේ paper එකක් නේද මේ? සර් අපි third year second sem එකේනේ එතකොට ඉන්නේ. business system 1 එක නෙමෙයිද සර් එතකොට අපිට එන්නේ?
business system 1 තමයි මේක.
සර් past papers වල තියෙන්නේ fourth year first sem එකේ කියලානේ.
ඔව් ඒක ඒ අවුරුදු වල තිබ්බේ 4th year තමයි ඔක. ඔක
yes sir හරි.
හරි. Right, okay. The question paper, these papers that I think on the OCS, that subject is available with 4th year subject, this 4th year first semester. Right, therefore the question papers we can get from the 4th years. Therefore the question is okay, that's according to your syllabus, these questions are. Right, okay, did you finish writing this one?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, finish it. Right, I think now you finish writing this answer. Therefore, I move into the second one. Here, the second question mentioned three types of network, and briefly describe them. Right. Here, that's another easy question, only the theoretical part there. We learn 4 types of network, main network, local area, personal area, then metropolitan area, and wide area network. Here I am giving three types: LAN, MAN, and WAN. Right? Then local area network. If you are consider the local area network, mean it considered the small geographical area. Right? It normally within a school, laboratory, university. Right? If you want to establish a small network, that the suitable technology is using local area network. Right. Then metropolitan area network, another type. That's normally metropolitan is a mid-range network system. It is larger than a local area network, but lesser than wide area or wide area network. Right? Normally, if you want to connect multiple cities or towns or between large cities, right? Then the suitable network type is metropolitan area network. Then wide area network means it is very large. It occupies very large scale geographical area. If you want to connect one country with another country, right, this is the suitable network type or network system. Right, okay, write down these things on your books, write down the answer here. Right, okay, we'll start again here. Types of network, that's the question number 2. That's okay. When you are write down the answers in the examination, give the description like that, brief description, line, you can use line 3 or 4, or instead with the description you can draw a diagram also, that's also possible. Okay? We during the class hours we draw the diagram for each of the network system here. If you are remember this diagram, then you can draw it. That's that's actually will get some extra marks also, right? If you draw the diagram for each types of network here. Right, then we'll move to the third question. Third question is regarding the protocol. Define protocol and write 2 examples for protocol. Right, then what do you mean by protocol? That also we discussed in the classes. Protocol means, actually protocol is a type of software that come with the computer. It need, especially if we are establish the network system or your network system or your personal computer connect with the internet, we should need this set of software or protocol. This protocol represent set of rules and procedures that should follow each and every devices in the network. Right? All of these devices in the network follow different architectures, different structures. Some computers may follow Windows-based architecture. Then some set of computers or smartphones will follow another set of architecture. It may be Android or Linux. In that way, different architectures or structures have these devices within the network. However, the data transferring from one architecture to another architecture should understand. Right? This uniformity happen due to this protocol. Therefore, the protocol, we can identify set of rules and procedures that should follow all the devices in the network. There are different types of software available. Here they are saying some examples. One common example is TCP/IP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Especially we need this protocol if you want to add your organization network system or your personal computer with the internet. If you are connected with the internet, you must need TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. Then another common protocol is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Especially this Hypertext Transfer Protocol, we need to deliver web pages or website through the internet. We that later today itself we start the internet part. Then you will understand what is web pages and websites. If you want to deliver data through this website or web page, then the particular protocol you want to use is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Right, that's about protocol description and the examples. In addition to that, there are some security protocols here I am include HTTPS, SFTP, SSL, like that. Some security protocols also available. Later when we are discuss the internet part, then we'll discuss more details about these protocols. Until that, for this question, this answer is okay, right? If you are giving the answer like that, then you will get full marks for your answer. Right, okay. Write down this answer on your books now. Right, I think you finished writing this one. This explained about protocol. Here our question asks define protocol with the example. Protocol means set of rules and procedures that follow each and every devices in the network. We need this protocol because these devices follow different structures. Some computers may Windows, some computers may Linux, then Android devices, like that. Different structures available with your network. Therefore, it should need to follow a same set of rules each and every devices. This same set of rules come as a software that is called protocol. Here also they are giving some examples. TCP/IP, that is stand for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Especially need to connect your computer to the internet. Then another example, HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocols. This one we need to deliver web pages or website through the internet. Right. Then move to another question. This one in 2017, question number 2. First part, they are asking write down short notes about these devices, bridge and hub. Can you remember that one? We discussed in the classes. Bridge mean what the equipment bridge we are using to connect local area networks. If you have 2 local area network system in 2 buildings, suppose you need to connect with each other, then bridge is the device you are going to use, connect with one local area network with another. That's the function of bridge. Right? Then you want to explain, if you want to connect one local area network with another local area network, that the device we are going to use is bridge. Then hub, what is meaning of hub? Hub is another network device. If you want to establish a network system, it may be a local area network. Within the local area network, in any kind of physical arrangement. All the physical arrangement we discussed last week, that is called topologies. It may be a ring, a star, or some other type of topology. Right? According to these topologies, if you want to establish a network system, the device you want to use is hub. There are some other devices also, switch, routers, like that. But there are small differences. Hub is a basic kind of device used to connect other devices in the network. Only hub can receive the data and deliver data to the all other computers in the network. It not be able to identify the destination path or destination location. That means hub is don't know the place exactly where that particular data set going to. Therefore, once hub receives data, its function is it delivers to all other devices in the network. Also, the hub known as passive, not passive device, passive device. Hub is a passive device. That is why we are saying passive devices. It uses software. It doesn't use software. Right. In that way, you will be able to define hub. Right. Look at the answers here. That's some answers. That's also acceptable, these answers. But if you remember the things, then you can write down the things in your own words. That's also okay. Right. However, you can write down these answers on your books also. The first write down bridge, then hub. There is a figure related with the description. Then later I will show this figure. Keep some space to draw the figure and write down the description. Right, I think you finish writing the answers for this question. Here they're asking the difference, they're asking some short notes about bridge and hub. Bridge is the device you are using to connect multiple LANs, one local area to with another local area network. The process of aggregating, connecting this local area network is called as network bridging. That's another term we can identify relate with the bridge, network bridging. And then there's a figure you want to draw in under this bridge. Then hub, another equipment. Use this hub device to connect devices in the network. All the network connection devices are connected through the hub. Hub act as a central connection for all devices. Right? Hub can receive the data from any device in the network, but it will deliver all other devices. That particular data set, it will deliver for all other devices. It will not be able to understand the particular destination. And that description is not in your answers, but this description is okay, that's acceptable. If you can remember, if you are okay with this hub, if you are familiar, then you can give some description, more description of this device, right? That's no problem. Right, try to draw this one. Then already I'm asking to keep some space. This one for figure 1. Under figure 1, draw this one. No need to draw all the devices, each network. 3 is enough. 3 devices, drawing 3 for each network is enough. Then label it as LAN 1 and LAN 2. In between, in green color, devices bridge. Label it. Right. Then this diagram for figure 2. The first look at the diagram. The central location, the hub can be found in the central location. There are some devices send data to the hub. Then hub take this data and deliver to all other devices. Right here, look at the server here. Server send some data to the hub. Then what hub is doing? Send that particular data set to all other devices in the network. Right, no need to write down the things here, only draw the diagram. Right, I think finish drawing the diagram here. Did you finish it? Drawing the diagram? Need more time? Right, I think you finish writing, drawing the diagram here. Right, therefore I'm moving to the next question. Here the next question, look at the second one. Considering a network with 12 devices, evaluate the number of cable links required for mesh topology. That last week we learned what is mesh topology and how to count in the number of links, cable links in the mesh topology. Please find it. I will give 1 minute to complete it. Before I am giving the answer to you, count and tell me how many devices, cable links required. Can someone tell me how many links required for in this system, this topology?
$66.
How many? Can someone tell me the answer?
$66 links.
Yes. One send the answer 66. What about the others? Is it correct or different answers?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. I think most of you are getting this answer 66. That's correct. How you can find this answer? Now you can remember it. When you are write down the answer, so like such a question, try to do in this say. Now you can write down the answer here. Here n mean number of devices. There is a formula you can use to count the number of links. In red color, I am giving this formula NC2. Here this mean n minus 1 divided by 2. N mean number of devices. Then you can substitute n as 12. Then you can calculate the number of devices. Right. Complete your answer. Right. Okay. Now I think you finished completing answers for this question here. For today, it is okay to discuss this past paper questions. Later, we'll discuss more past paper question. Right. Okay. Now we are going to start the today's part. You can write down on your books the topic internet. Write down the topic internet. Right, okay. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first we'll see what is internet. Here giving some description about internet. That names give some suggestion. Internet. It's the two words internet. That means you are going to collect or connect each and every network spread out the world. Once you connect in this all the network, you can perform or establish one large network. That's the kind of wide area network that is called internet. Right here, that description they are giving. Internet is a collection of network that spread throughout the world. Right, this net connection, one network to the another network, you can connect. You can use a special device called router to connect one network with the other. Right, that's the thing here mentioned. Router is the device that used to connect one network with another. Right, look at the diagram also here. In this diagram, explain this very clearly. In this diagram, you can see small networks, network like that. Here you can see three networks. Each network connect with each other. This special device called router. In this diagram, to connect these three networks, they are using three routers. Right? Each network having separate devices. If you consider the top network here, top one, this top one connect with another three device that is called host devices. If you consider the second network, only two devices attached with this second network. After you connect in this network, this host will be able to connect the other host in the next other network. That's the way how you are going to create the internet. That is called internet. Right. Then first write down the description in left side, then draw the diagram. Right. Okay. I think you finish writing the description here and the draw in the diagram. Right, that's described about the internet. Right. Then when you consider the internet, then think about how you are going to deliver or distribute your data to the internet. What's the way how you are going to deliver or distribute your organization data or your personal data through the internet. Right. If you want to deliver your data through the internet, then they are using a special medium called web pages or website. That's the way, that's the tool you are using to deliver your data through the internet, web pages or website. If you have your data, then the first thing is you want to create web pages or website if you want to send this data through the internet. Therefore, you want to get some meaning, clear meaning of the difference between these web pages and websites, and what are the types of web pages available, how you are going to create it, in simple things, right? Simply, you want to know what are the tools available to create the web pages, what are the types of web pages available, then what are the software tools available to see or view the web pages. Right? These are the simple things you want to familiar when regarding the web pages and websites. Right. Therefore, the next subtopic, write down web pages and websites. Actually, website means collection of web pages. Normally, if you are designing web pages, it will not concentrate into a one page. Mostly it may have more than one page. That means website. Right. Web page means the page you are creating to deliver your information. Or other way we can say web page is a medium that you are using to send your data through the internet. Right. That's the web pages. There are two types of web pages. When consider the internet, they are considered the two types of web pages, that is called a static and dynamic page. Static and dynamic. Static means no change. If you are seeing the every time that particular web page, you can't see any changes with that data in the static web page. Mostly the news websites, normally the data will change daily. In few hours time, it is not will change. Static data normally not change the data, but if you consider the dynamic pages, the content of dynamic page normally change very short period of time. Right here it described as dynamic pages have content that can change each time they access. Right? That the difference, one difference between the static and dynamic page. That is the simple difference between the static and dynamic page. The static means no change. Right? Dynamic means the content of dynamic page required to change every time. So very short period of time. Right. Then another term here, web browsers. Web browsers are the software that available to view the web pages. Right. Then if you can, if you are with your computer, then there should be way to view or see the web pages or website. Then web browsers are the software you are using to display web pages or website. For example, Google Chrome. Google Chrome is one of the popular example. Then Internet Explorer, another example, or Mozilla Firefox. In that way, there are many types of web browsers available to see the web pages or websites. Right here, the main difference is dynamic and static. Right here, I think you finished writing the things here. Did you finish it? Right, I think it's okay. Then here some look at some pictures. Here explain the difference between this dynamic and static web page. Look at the dynamic side here. First, look at the static website here. In the static website, there the client mean you or your organization. In a static website, only the server is available. What you are requesting from the server, it's sent to you. What you are requesting from the server, then the server will send the requesting thing to you, your computer. Only two devices involved under static. If you consider the dynamic side, then there are some additional extra devices also in addition to client. Client is there. Then once client requests the things from the dynamic, from the server side, then particular data set to the server, and they are using also database server. Whatever the things you are giving to the server, it should want to save it. That data is need. That, for example, suppose you are creating an email address, then think about the procedure you are creating the email. I think all of you have that experience, creating the email. The first thing is when you are creating, go to the particular web server, suppose Gmail. Right? Once you go to the Gmail web server, then they are asking some information. That's the form. One type of form you can appear. Then you want to give some information, your name, your first name, last name, then your desired username, password, like that, some kind of information you want to give to the web server through the form. What that particular data set received by the web server, then what they are doing is save it. That particular data set, your data, save it a separate location called data save server. Right? In that way, that particular server allocate a separate location for you. That is known as your web account. That's the way of creating your dynamic site. That's for understand, not for the knowledge, right? It will not require for your examination purpose. Therefore, no need to draw this diagram here. Right? But this one is needs some differences between static and dynamic. Some differences between the static and dynamic. Here static, under static says the first one, content and layout of web page is fixed. That earlier I mentioned. Normally content of this web page not change with the time, but dynamic web pages during the runtime, the content may be changed. Here says static web pages never use a database. That earlier diagram I explained the need of database. But if you are using the static web page, normally not use a database. Only you are using to display the things. Right? That, for example, suppose news web pages. Normally, daily you are access to the news web pages to see the news. Right? Only you can see the news. Right? They are not able to capturing your information. They are not able to create any user accounts. Only get in the news. Then think about your sliat.ac.lk website. That's what type of website? That is static or dynamic. If that particular website showing the dynamic features, then there should be a way of collecting your information through the forms. That type of feature is there or not. Remembering it, then you can identify your sliat.ac.lk is dynamic or static. Is it dynamic or static? I think about that. Normally, dynamic web pages, they are using a database to store the information you provided. Under static, again, they are saying do not require any server-side application. Only the client-side application is needed. But dynamic website, you need to consider both dynamic and server client-side applications. You want to develop web pages for both dynamic and server side, right? It may be somewhat difficult to understand, but remember the points. Static web pages are easy to develop. Yes, only the HTML they are using to develop static web page, that is easy to learn. Dynamic web pages, page development require programming skills. We need that PHP that earlier I mentioned, JSP, like that, some programming knowledge skills need to develop the dynamic web pages. But if you are developing the static pages, only you need the simple things like HTML. Right. Draw the table here, then write down the differences. Right, I think you finish. Write down these differences between the static and dynamic pages. Here, look at some example web pages for static and dynamic pages. The first static pages is viewcastsoft.com is one of the example for static paging. Only they are giving the information like that. Not normally change. This content is not changed. If you are seeing now, the content the same is available if you are access tomorrow. Right? Not normally changing it. Right? Then another example, this type of websites are categorized as static. This is also Wikipedia. That's the static web page. They are giving only information, right? Not normally change it. Once you add some information to the Wikipedia, the same information is available throughout the year. If you are seeing this information after a few days, the same information you can find. That Wikipedia is a good example for static web pages. These are dynamic pages. This Amazon.com is a kind of e-commerce website. Normally, they are asking information about you, your email addresses, like that. According to that, they are creating the accounts for you. Through this account, you can transaction. You can make transaction with the Amazon.com website. Later, we'll learn about these websites and the e-commerce in detail. Until that, remember, this Amazon.com is a dynamic web page. Content are normally changed with the time. Right. Then another example, actually, these are the forms. These are the forms you are normally used to giving your information. Right? Normally contact us, contact me are the some of the pages you can give in your information to the server. Right, then yeah, those are some example for statics and dynamic web pages here. Okay, then today we have to face lots of breakdowns. That's why I am taking somewhat longer than the usual. However, here from this time I am giving to give some break to you. 11:20 I will start again, 25 minutes break. 11:20 I will start again from the next point. Right, okay. Right, okay. Here we are going to start the session now. We are discussing about the web pages. There are two types of web pages, static and dynamic. We discussed some features of these static and dynamic web pages. Right, then the next thing is you want to identify how you can identify the web pages separately. That means millions of websites and web pages available with the internet. Then there should be a way to identify each and every website separately. Right? Then they are using a separate number, separate code to identify each and every website in the internet. Right? Then there now we are going to study about this unique code or unique address here. Right, now you can write down the topic identification of website. Identification of website. Right, we need identification for website because millions of websites available in the internet. Then there should be a way to separate each of these websites. Then they are using a separate unique code that is called web address. Right? Normally, the popular name is web address. Right? Then using this web address, you can identify separately websites and web pages. Right? Then also they are having a unique technical name for this web address called URL, Uniform Resource Locator. I think you can remember the things start with HTTP, right? HTTP, that earlier we learned this term under protocol. That's the type of protocol. Normally web address or URL start with the term HTTP or HTTPS. Right, here and below you can see the format of this URL. Look at the format here. Then in your case, you want to identify the parts of this URL also. Right. When considering the parts of this URL, here you can see HTTPS in this part called as schema. Schema, this part also known as protocol, another name for scheme. Then after the scheme in blue color, here in this part we called as host name. Host name. Then host name also having three parts. These three parts is separated by a dot symbol. Here www dot then digital GASM dot, then another extension here COM. Like that, there are three sections available with host name. Right, then we are giving a separate name for these three sections. In above you can see these names for these three sections. www dot in this part is known as subdomain. Then second part called as SLD. Then third part is called as TLD. SLD stand for second level domain. Second level domain. TLD stand for top level domain. Then after that, in green color, actually this is called path. Then after that, after the path, in orange color, you can see another part called query string. Right, here we are not going to discuss in detail in this part query string, that is more technical. In your case, no need to understand what is that one, but you want to familiar with the other parts of this URL. Right, again, I can explain the things in this slide here. Here we are going to use identify the web pages. We need to identification because millions of websites available in the internet. then there should be a way to identify these websites separately, uniquely. Then they are using a unique address or called a web address or URL, Uniform Resource Locator, right? There's another name for web address. Web address is very common. All of you know what is web address, but the technical term is URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Right. Then you want to know what is this URL. You want to familiar with the format of this URL. Normally URL start with HTTPS:// This one also known as protocol. Here give it another name called schema. Then after that in the URL come in host name. In this blue color it says host name. This host name divided into 3 sections: subdomain, second level domain, and top level domain. These 3 sections separated by a dot operator. Then after that in this green color called path, then after that query string. Right. These are the parts you want to remember in the URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Right. Now write down the paragraph here and then draw the diagram up to, in this diagram, up to this green color point. Right. No need to write down the things here, query string. Only just put a dotted and say it query strings. No need to write down the characters here. Right. Draw the diagram and write down the paragraph here. Right here, I think you finish drawing the diagram and write down the paragraph here. Here explaining about the web address or another name for that, uniform resource locator. Normally, in short, we known as URL. The format of the URL you can see here below. Start with https:// that is also known as protocol. Here the name given is schema. Another name is protocol. That's the protocol determine what type of things here, what type of data deliver through the internet. That protocol, this protocol need to deliver this website through the internet. That's a set of rules. Remember that point. What is HTTPS? That's the protocol that follow rules and procedures to deliver website or web pages through the internet. Right? That's the point you want to remember. Right. Then host name, path. Then the other two important section of the URL is host name and path. Host name again divided into three sections: subdomain, SLD, and TLD. Right. We'll see what are the meaning of these three sections. Right. The first, get this host name here. Right. Look at the diagram. Look at the paragraph here. The first one, subdomain. Subdomain. Then remember the section in the URL where subdomain. That I can show again it. Subdomain here, it is a part of host name. The first part of host name denoted by www. That is called subdomain. Right. Subdomain specifies the type of resources to be delivered. Then which type of resources you are going to deliver through the internet. That is specified by subdomain. The type of resources may be three types. One is www. That's the most common one. www. Instead of this www, if you want, you can add video or audio. These are the other types of resources you can send through the internet. Right. Then start with the subdomain, the part www, that specify the type of resources you are going to deliver. Right. Then once after the subdomain, then look at the diagram again. After the subdomain, the second part is SLD, second level domain. That's the second part of host name. Second level domain, actually that represents the authority of the URL. Who belongs this authority? Right? They are using their own name for giving the authority. Right? The second part of the host name, that is called second level domain, that is used to giving the authority of the URL or name of the website. They are using their own name as a second level domain. Right. For example, look at the example here. http:// then www.facebook.com. Then try to identify the second level domain from here. What's the second level domain? Can someone tell me by looking at the example here? What is the second level domain? In this example, second level domain represents the authority. Authority of the URL. Who belongs to this URL? They are using a separate name for that. This name given in here, Facebook. Facebook is the second level domain. Right here, they are giving in this URL, Facebook is the second level domain. Right. Then after the SLD, then look at the diagram again here. What's the third part? Under host name, the third section is .com. .com. That is called top level domain. that indicate the which purpose this particular website is available for, which purpose. Right? In this example, second level domain is digital GASF. That's the name of the URL. In this example, top level domain is .com. .com we are using to identify that particular URL is published for which purpose. That is for .com is given commercial purpose. In that way, there are many other extensions, top level domain like .org, .mil for military purpose, .edu for education purpose. Right? In that way, there are many types of top level domains are available. Right. Then look at the note here, top level domain, in short TLD, indicate that type of organization the website is registered to. That means the purpose of publishing that particular website. If you are if you are finding .com, that means commercial purpose. Facebook.com, the Facebook is the second level domain or name of the website. It published for commercial purpose. .com. Right? In that way, .org for organization, then .edu for education. In that way, we can identify many types of top level domains. Here, sometimes at the end of this URL, you will find the code like that, .uk, .lk, that particular code giving the country where that particular URL published. Right? Through this code, you can identify the country where that particular URL published. Right? Okay, then the next part is path. Right? Then again, look at the URL here in this green color section. Path, that indicate the path. That means that particular web page or website located, the place where located, the path. Normally, if you are designing or create a web page, that particular web page is located on your computer. Right? You are the person who are going to publish it. Once you publish your URL, that means the server is your computer. All the web pages related to that website are available in your computer, in your hard disk, subdirectories. In that way, you can specify the path. Right? In this blue color section, indicate the path of the URL. The path means particular web pages are located where, the place where located. Right? Okay. Then we'll see the note here, and the bottom it explains path. Path represent the exact location. That means designer's server, where the particular files or articles are available to users. Right? Okay, that is the important things we should want to identify in the URL. Right, now you can write down the things here. Right, I will give time to write down. Start it now. Right, I think you finished writing the things here. Here explain the parts of URL. URL stand for Uniform Resource Locator, that used to identify each and every website in the internet. That's the unique identification of the website, URL. There are different parts available with the URL. Normally, URL start with HTTP or HTTPS, that is called as schema or protocol, that gives the set of rules and procedures to follow in the internet, that particular URL. That's the point you want to remember. In this case here, no notes regarding this HTTPS, right? You want to remember it. Then all the other parts are available here. The second one together known as host name. This host name contains three parts: subdomain, second level domain, and top level domain. Subdomain specifies the resources, what kind of resources you are going to deliver. It may be www. Here the www stand for World Wide Web. That's the type of resource you are going to deliver, www. Or you can deliver audios or videos, right? That's the thing you want to include under subdomain. After the subdomain, in the host come in the second level domain, in short SLD, that specifies the authority of the URL, who belongs to this URL, that they are given a unique name, identification name for their. In this example, Facebook is the second level domain. Then third part is top level domain, that represent the which purpose that particular URL published to the internet, for which purpose. By looking at the third level or top level domain, we can identify that particular website is to which purpose. If you find .com, that means commercial purpose. If you are find .edu, that means education purpose. If you are find .mil, that means military purpose. Right? In that way, there are many types of top level domains available in a country. Right? Then path represent the location where all the files and articles relevant with your websites available. Mostly these files and articles are available in designer's computer, that is called server computer. Right? Okay, I think you finished writing these things here. That is the discussion of URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Right, the next thing, if you know these things, then the next thing is you want to know how you can connect to the internet. What are the procedure you want to follow if you want to get internet with your personal purpose or your organization? Right, then we'll see what are the steps you want to follow when you are getting internet to your home or organization. Right, then here the factors you want to consider. There are three factors. Type of internet service. The first thing you want to decide which type of internet service you want, that it depends on your requirements. Then who is the service provider? You want to determine it by comparing the different service providers available in your area. Then you should know what are the hardware needed to get in the internet. After you complete in these three steps, then you can connect with the internet. Right, write down the next topic, subtopic here, connecting to the internet. Under that, write down these three. First, write down the topic, connecting to the internet. Then first one, type of internet service. Then internet service provider. Then third one, hardware needed. Right here, first look at the internet service. What are the internet service available around you? You want to look at this here. There are different types of internet services available. Then you want to determine which internet service you are going to get it. It may be a dial-up, DSL, cable connection, or satellite. These are the most common type of internet services available around your area. Right, write down these 4 here. Put the subtopic type of internet services. Under that, write down the lines, 2 lines here. Then write down the available services. There are more services available, but most commonly you are using one of these services. Then first one, dial-up, then DSL, cable, and satellite. Right, we'll see each one here. The first one, consider what is dial-up. Again, write down the subtopic, dial-up. Dial-up. This is actually somewhat older technique of getting internet. Most popular around 90s and early 2000. Its name gives the way of connecting it by dialing a telephone number. Normally you should have a home telephone, landline. By dialing a number, you will be connected to the internet. That method is known as dial-up, mostly popular around 90s and early 2000. Right. To get dial-up connection, you need a home telephone or standard telephone line with a modem telephone line with the modem in your computer. Right. By dialing a specific number, actually this specific number is provided by your internet service provider, ISP. After getting this number, you can dial it through the modem. Then you can get connected with the internet. Here the thing is, once you get connect with the internet, it will not allow to use the telephone. That is here within brackets say multiple devices are not allowed. The same time, the using telephone and the internet is not allowed. Only either telephone or internet. If you are using telephone, in this same time, not allowed to get in the internet. If you want to get to the internet, then not allowed using the telephone. Therefore, at the time, you can use only one service. That is called dial-up service. Right. Write down the paragraph here under dial-up. Right, okay, I think you finished writing this paragraph here. Right, now tell me, is that clear up to now? Is there any unclear things? Then you can ask. Not clear or not understand the things, then you can ask me. Or you have any other ideas also, you can discuss. At least tell me, is it clear up to now? Is it clear up to now? That last time also I advise you to give in some feedback when I am asking the question. That is help me to continue the lesson, that every week I am giving these things to you, at least through the chat box. Okay, giving the message. Is it clear up to now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? At least tell me, can you hear me? Then I don't know you are listening or not. Okay, some of you are giving answers through the chat box. That's the only way I am getting if you are with me or not, right? Please open your mouth when I'm asking the questions to discuss with me. Right, okay, however, I am continuing the lesson here. When discussing about the dial-up, here the main point you want to remember, you need the standard telephone line, then you need the computer with modem, then you need the specific telephone number that provided by the internet service provider. Then then dial-up, then dial in this number through the modem, you can connect with the internet. Right, here the specific point is it not allowed using the multiple devices. That means same time you are not allowed to use the internet and the telephone. At a time you can use one service. Right, here look at the diagram. Then you this diagram also explain this dial-up connection. Look at the diagram here. In the left side says your home condition, your computer and the modem here. Look at from the left, your computer and modem. Then this modem is attached with your wall jack in the telephone jack here. This telephone is connected with the external telephone lines. Then also this external telephone line connect with the other lines and to the ISP. In the right side, this circle is the internet service provider, ISP. ISP having with the modem and the router. This modem and the router, it connect with the internet. In that way, things in the internet you can get into your home. Right. Draw this diagram also on your books. Draw the diagram. Right, okay, I think you finished drawing this diagram here. Here explain how dial-up system is work. Right, this system is more popular around 1990s and early 2000, but still you can use this system if you have your home telephone and the computer. Then you can remove the home telephone line and connect with your modem. Then you can access to the computer. The thing is your bill will be go up. However, the connection is slow, but you can still use the dial-up connection. Right. Then we'll move to the second way of getting internet. Write down digital subscriber line. Digital subscriber line in short says DSL. Write down the topic, digital subscriber line. Right. Here the difference is they are provide a separate line to get internet. The same line you can use for telephone and the internet. That is called digital subscriber line. They are provide internet service provider. They provide a separate line for internet. The same line you can use for the telephone. That means here the same time they are allowing to use internet and the telephone line. In this case, you must have a DSL modem. Through the DSL modem, you can connect your computer and the telephone same time. Therefore, this is also referred as DSL allow multiple devices. Allow multiple devices mean the same time you can use internet and the telephone line. Here the speed is much faster than the dial-up connection. Actually, dial-up is the slowest one. Digital subscriber lines are very fast, not the fastest, but today also very common this type of digital subscribers line. There are many types of DSL. Then I will show the other types of DSL. But what is happening under DSL is they are using separate telephone line to get connection internet. Right. The first look at the paragraph here. That's the description about DSL. This separate line is allowed to transfer voice and the internet data in the same line, same time. Right. The first write down this paragraph here. Right, I think you finished right in this paragraph here that's described about the digital subscriber line. Here, look at the diagram, then you will get more clear idea about how digital subscriber line getting internet connection with your home. Right, look at the diagram here. Telephone receiver line is there, the separate line, telephone line coming this wall jack to your receiver, then one line for your telephone phone line, the other line you can connect this DSL digital subscriber line to the DSL modem. This one is the modem. Through this modem you can fix another line, this modem, to your computer. Right, therefore two separate lines with the same modem you can apply to get this internet connection. Right, here telephone line and the computer using the same telephone line. That one, this top one, this line is coming your wall jack, telephone wall jack to the receiver. That's the line shared with your telephone and the computer. Right, then other lines are separated from this transmitter or using this model. Right, draw this diagram on your books also. Right, okay, then did you finish drawing this one? Did you finish it drawing? Right, I think you finished drawing this diagram. Therefore, I am moving to the next one. That is, we should want to identify some types of DSL. What are the available types of digital subscriber lines? Mainly three types are available. Types of DSL under digital subscribers line. Here you can see the available types. The first one is ADSL, asynchronous digital subscriber line. Then symmetric digital subscriber line is the second one, in short SDSL. Then third one, very high bit rate digital subscriber line, VDSL. Right? There are three types here. I think most common one is ADSL, but SDSL and VDSL are using most common in business and large organization. There are differences is that if you consider the ADSL one, there are differences given in download and upload, comparing download and upload speeds. If you consider the ADSL, their download speed is faster than the upload speed. Therefore, mostly personal users common users using this ADSL one because they are mostly doing the download things. Right? They need they are using internet for downloading than the uploading. Therefore, downloading speed is higher than the uploading. But if you consider the SDSL one, here mostly used in business, their speed is same. Download and uploading speed is equal. Then if you consider the very high bit rate, that is the most speed, fastest one, data fastest one. Especially they are using copper wires. That is why this fastest bit rate with their fastest form of DSL type is VDSL. It is somewhat high, cost is high when compared with the other two. Therefore, large organization using this VDSL type to get internet their organization. Right. That's the types of DSL available in here. Right. Okay, you can write down these types on your notes now. Right, okay, I think you finished writing this one. Here, look at some diagrams. No need to draw these diagrams here, only for the knowledge. ADSL router, right? If you are getting ADSL connection, right, then you will receive a router like that. This one, for example, ADSL line. Right here, look at the picture here. This is the ADSL router. Here you can see some bulbs. Once you get internet connection, this if you are correctly connected with the internet, then it will blink in green color. If you have some connect with your internet, then it will light. Light in red color. Right? In that way, you can identify you are correctly with the internet or not. Right? Then this one is SDSL router. Then this one is VDSA. This way, when you are connect with the internet connection, your internet service provider sends this type of router to your home. Right. Then that's about digital subscriber line, DSL. Then we'll move to the next type of getting internet called cable connection. Cable connection. Write down as a subtopic. That's the third way of getting internet, cable connection. Right before that, we already discussed about dial-up, then DSL, then the third way, cable connection. Here they are using a separate cable. Actually, this cable come with your cable TV. Right, nowadays very popular in every home having with the cable connection, cable TV. Right, I think you hear about PO TV or dial-up TV. Using this cable TV connection, you also connect with the internet. The same router and the modems they are using to get internet. The internet will come as a separate package. Therefore, you want to pay extra. You want to buy extra packages to if you want to get with the internet connection. Right. Here, look at the description. This is the type of broadband service. That means at a time, more data, more volume of data passing at a time. That's the broadband type connection. You need a cable TV infrastructure, so cable TV connection if you want to get connected with through this type of service. In the same here that says the network that provides your cable TV connection is the same one that allows you to access the internet. Right? That means the line is the same line you are using to see the services in the TV and the get internet. Right. Write down the paragraph here. Right, okay, then look at the diagram here. Then it will explain more about how cable connection link with the internet. Look at the diagram here. In right corner, you can see ISP or internet service provider. This is the one who giving you a cable connection. The first you can have a TV line. Right. Then this TV line connect with separate modem. Here cable TV box. The TV line is connected with this TV box here. Then you can get the service of TV. The same time, this same line you connect with another modem, cable modem. Once you get internet, then you will receive this cable modem from the internet service provider. Right. Now you can get a connection from this modem to your computer to visit the internet. Right. Okay. This is a separate package. This one, the TV package, you want to pay separately. If you use the same line for the internet service, then you want to pay or you want to buy another separate package for internet service. Right. Here, draw this diagram also. No need to draw the exact figures here. Only skeletons drawing here. First, name here, internet service provider. Draw an image for that. Then lines, then TV connection, and the cable modem, then internet service. Draw the diagram here. Right. Okay. I think you finished drawing this diagram here. Then we'll move to the fourth type of connectivity type. The next one, satellite connection, satellite. Not cable, satellite. The next one is, it should be satellite connection. Write down the topic. Next one, satellite connection. Here. Here they are using a satellite that we can find in the far from the Earth, space satellite. They are using 3 satellite dishes, one for your home, then one for in the internet service provider, the other one in the space. Right. Through these 3 satellite, you can get internet connection. In the especially here, no need to use any cables. They are using signals to provide the internet services. Therefore, there are some places we can't reach, humans can't reach. Therefore, it is easily using this type of satellite connection, they can get connected internet. Right, here they are explaining about this wireless connection. They are using 3 satellite dishes, one for service provider, then another in the space, that is the satellite, Then another one you need in your home, right? Look at the diagram here. In green color lines are saying the request, then red color lines responses, right? If you are getting satellite connection, then your home, you should have a satellite dish, right? Then you can request from your home that particular website or URL. You can through the web browsers, you can request it through this satellite dish. That particular request sent to the space satellite. That means the dish you can find in the space. Then the space satellite, that particular signals transmit to the internet service provider. To catch up these signals, again, this internet service provider have another dish that is called grounded station dish here. Then internet service provider, what they are doing is giving the response. Response again go through the space satellite to your home. This is the way how work this satellite connection. Right. Okay. Write down this one also. First write down the paragraph, then draw the diagram. Right, okay, I think now you finish write in the paragraph and draw in the diagram here. Right, okay, now finish our time. Therefore, I am going to stop the lecture now. Then we'll continue from the point where I stop here from next week. Before that, one announcement. I will post it through the chat box also. Please look at the chat box. Then you will get the announcement there. Your assignment, the first assignment start from Thursday, 16th Thursday next week from 6 p.m. It will available 1 week. Then 23rd Thursday at 6 p.m. You want to complete it. Only short questions there. 50 short questions. That short question mean MCQ type, fill in blanks, true or false, like that. Right? In that way, mixed up question. All the question I am getting from the that syllabus we covered up to now. Most of the question may we already discussed through the activities, right? Therefore, by looking at your notes that is open, by looking at the notes or your discussion with your friends, anyway, any kind, you can give the answers, no problem. That's open. I will provide the link that the particular date I mentioned there. Before that, you can't give in the answer. You can start it Thursday 6 p.m. this next week. Right after the closing this assignment, then you will not be able to submit it. That's also remember. You have 1 week time. There is a link. By clicking this link, you can answer the questions. Therefore, inform the others also who are not normally joining with the classes. This may be must. Right? Your assignment marks for this one will add it to your final examination marks also. Therefore, the marks you will receive the same time when you have finished the exam. That's the mark I'm going to use to send in the final exams also. Right. Therefore, it is open. You can look at your books also. You can discuss with your friends. Right. Therefore, all are open. Therefore, you can get the maximum mark for this exams also. Right. Okay. Any question regarding that? Before I am stopping the session here.
Excuse me, sir. Are those time-based problems?
Sorry.
In the assignment, are those time-based questions?
Time. You're asking any time period? No.
No, I'm asking about the questions in the assignment. Are those time-based questions?
No.
Like
Time-based mean
today's activity?
yes, that the what activity is very similar to what we are did in the during the class hours. Right. No any time duration. The time duration mean you have 1 week. Right. Once you get in the assignment, then in the each question may have a time. I think you are asking that point.
Yes, sir.
Right. Each question, once you get the link, in the same time you want to complete it. Right. Later time when you are clicking again, that means you want to submit the answers again from the beginning. Okay. Once you start it, then try to complete in the same time. Only it may be you want to spend 1 hour. Right. 1 hour exam. for the short question, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Any other problems? Right. Okay. Then please ask to others also completing this assignment. Right. Normally, some students I know they are joining with these classes. Then, if they want to get the marks, then ask them to complete it. Also, it is applicable for those who are repeaters. If you know the repeaters for this subject, they are not submitted the assignment in that time, right? Then you can ask to complete this one also. Right, okay, then I'm going to stop here. Thank you very much for the participation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.